Guys, episode 14, we are here. It is long overdue. We know we've been lacking, but we wanted to make sure we did things correctly. Because we could have shot, I think, last week, and it just would have been trash. We didn't have a movie ready. We were just going to do something off the cuff. We were just going to freestyle our stuff. But we watched the last podcast, which was okay, but it was unorganized. And that was very evident. And I wanted to make sure that moving forward, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this right. And I know my wife is already on board for that. So I wanted to make sure that I did it right for her.
You know, and I think when we talked about it, it was like late at night too. We were just kind of like, do we really want to do this at the end of the day?
Yeah.
And feel like we're kind of pulling teeth out of us rather than doing this because we want to do it. We just didn't want to do it that night.
And you guys saw the last one we did on our porch, which was cool. I liked that, but the only thing was that I was under the impression that I would have been home earlier, but I wasn't. I was home late. It was a whole thing. The sun started to go down. The lighting was terrible.
Yeah.
Thus, the reason why we have
the sun?
Light. Yes, we are here. The sun is with us. The Son of God is with us. And also the actual sun that orbits around the earth.
Right. And the sun that's in the light box that we just got.
That's what I meant.
I know.
Okay, cool. But yeah, so we just got this light box, and y'all let us know. We're trying to improve on every little thing. I think what we're going to do is I'm just going to throw the PNG. Oh, I forgot. We do split screen. It doesn't show this ever.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I think we're going to put our PNG inside the video.
I thought
like
you were
in the
about
corner.
to say, I need to chill.
In the corner. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do next. But babe, talk to me. How was your day?
I had a good day. I had a shoot today with a client who's become like family. So that was just a lot of fun to
Want to shout her out? A little selfless plug.
Shout out Real Got Vibes.
Is that her Instagram handle?
Yes.
There you go.
She does like R&B rap kind of music.
Right here.
But she does clothes. She does TV. She does it all. And she's a cop. So.
And she's a cop.
Be
That's
nice. Watch
wild.
you back in Atlanta.
Yeah, take it easy. I don't think you're supposed to like let out civil service workers like their information out there, so I might have to cut that.
Well, I just said her stage name. You don't know who she actually is.
Sure. Yeah, let's go with that. But no, that's fire. Real shout out to you. You've been nothing but great to my wife. You've been nice to me too, just like off the strength, I guess, of being her husband. But I just want to say that I appreciate you. Thank you for everything that you do for us, for her in particular. I'm just grateful. Anything else about your day that you want to share?
It was just a beautiful day.
Dude, the weather was gorgeous.
It's been so great this May.
I'm trying to like get right here, but this is kind of strange.
It's been so beautiful this May. This spring, I'm actually really grateful. This is like, I think this is like the first time I haven't complained.
This is probably like the best spring that I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Agreed.
I do enjoy spring and fall, but I feel like this one takes the cake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But today for me was pretty good. Got to work. I think what it was like there was no surprises today. And that's my absolute favorite. I love not having the surprise. I love going in there and it's just like, ooh, that's done. That's ready to go. And yeah, it was perfect. So I got in. The screens were already set up. We just had a detag, which I also figured out now. Guys, if you're watching, the guys who work with me, yeah, I just like that first 45 minutes of the day. Detag. Lay them suckers out. Let's get it right. Let's get it ready. It went perfect. And that we went and did. I'm not like talking to them like do that. I'm saying like I think that that's a great idea because it worked so well today. We did that, and then like after lunch we came back and we did the same thing, so it just felt good. And then we were just in a run and it was fine. We probably printed like 13 or 1400 pieces today, which we haven't done something like that in a little while.
Do you know that your eyes are like chameleons?
I don't
because
know
when you wear green, the green pops out of your eyes. And right now, because of the brown brim of your hat, they match the brim.
Let's go.
It's amazing. I can't believe your eyes do that.
Yeah,
You're a superhero.
I'm special.
You are.
Both ways.
That's amazing.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you.
How you doing?
I'm good.
You ready? You got a coffee?
I know. So
is it good?
My like inner energy is up. But
Can
I feel
just
like
tell you
my
I'm kind of mad at
face
you?
is tired.
Can I just
Why?
tell you? I wanted to wear that hoodie, and you wore it. I'm trying to do a shameless plug on it too.
You have an off-brand on
That's
it.
why I did this purposely because of that.
Oh.
So if y'all, I don't know, whatever. I'm sure you know by now. Whatever you want to call it, have a clothing brand called Off Brand Company. And we are doing a new drop on Friday. We're doing Stick to Your Heart hoodies, which my wife is wearing the hoodie. Kind of. So the back is going to be one of these hearts blown up. And then in the front, it'll say Stick to Your Heart with the Off Brand logo. She's wearing the hoodie. I wanted to wear it. But this is the heart that is in the back. So if you guys are so interested, who knows? You know what? I'm throwing a little discount right here. You know what? Just use...
You should
use
do
promo
like
code
for
FORREEL.
real.
That's it.
Because that will show that you watch and you're down.
Exactly. Use promo code FORREEL on Friday, which will be tomorrow because this drops on Thursday. Use promo code number 4 REEL REEL. Get 20% off your order. Let's do it. Let's
like
do
it.
And our hoodies
For the
only,
hoodie.
Yeah, and our hoodies, well, entire order. Hoodies $25. So yeah, guys, mess around. Just thought I'd plug that out in there. How's the coffee?
Coffee's great.
Yeah?
Finally found my drink at this coffee house. I am not going to shout it out.
Yeah, it
There's
hasn't.
no free promos.
Yeah, it hasn't made it to the top of our list just yet. Dang, through the joint and everything.
I didn't want it to slip.
I was like, they could probably see it. But oh gosh, I'm not even tired. Maybe I'm comfortable because this light
That's
is
what
warm.
I was saying before. My
Feel
inner
good.
energy is up, and I feel like it's
Yeah.
projecting that way. But I know every time I see the video, I know my face looks tired, and I'm just like, do I have to
I'm
look
straight.
like this to look normal?
I'm straight. Maybe it's just been a little while, so I'm just trying to like get back into the swing of it. But I am ready to do this. I am freaking prepped. So, babe, episode 14. What are we doing? Share with
We're
the
doing
people.
our first musical review. If you guys don't know, I am obsessed with musicals.
Funniest thing is that
Armani.
she actually said before when we first started dating, I was like, "Do you like musicals?" And she's like, "No, I hate them."
I've never heard a fatter lie come out of your mouth. I know that's not true.
I swear, bro.
I know it's not true.
I swear.
I know that's not true.
Swear, dude.
That was when you
I
were
swear,
dating between
bro.
me and some
I
other
swear,
shorty
dude.
because I never
swear.
said
Dating
that.
between? That's
Yes.
crazy. I've never dated between. Want to bring that up? Let's do that. Who are you talking to on the phone at Wooster Square? Yeah, let's do it. Let's talk that talk.
I definitely never said I didn't like musicals.
You did say that. But it's okay. You like them now. That's
Maybe
what matters.
I said it to be funny. I've always loved musicals. I can't believe you just said that and put me out there.
But what?
That I said I didn't like musicals.
Well, if it's a lie, it shouldn't matter.
It does because it's already recorded now. There's no taking it back.
Well, you're going to prove yourself right now with your notes and how you break this down. Because I know that this is a critically acclaimed, world-renowned musical. So, depending on how you rate this, we'll see if you're really about this life.
Okie dokie.
So, get ready.
So Armani said that he didn't really care for musicals. I think I got you on board with
Greatest Showman.
Greatest Showman. That's
Greatest
what it was.
Showman.
Hugh Jackman.
This is my X-Man forever. Yeah, X-Man, not Wolverine. He is my X-Man.
I have gotten him to see Hairspray and Rent.
Awful.
And anything else?
Hairspray Rant. I saw it in the Heights.
Oh, In the Heights.
Tick
yeah.
Tick Boom.
Mm-hmm.
I like Tick Tick Boom. I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're on the fence with musicals, right?
Yeah, this is it for me, y'all. It's like, it ain't even that it's a musical. It's that you don't need it to be, and I know they're going to be like, that's exactly what it is. It should be that way. You don't need to sing for 15 minutes straight. You can have a moment where there's a pause and you can talk for 5 minutes. This movie was almost 3 hours long, and I kid you not, 2 hours and 48 minutes were probably singing. Insanity. Insanity. But if you like people singing a lot and you like musicals, maybe you should check it out. Oh, yes. First and foremost, sorry, I'm trying to get back to the swing of things. Let me get crazy. Sorry, y'all, because I just remembered. If you do not know, this is the podcast of spoilers. So if you don't want this to be ruined, do me a favor, go watch this movie right now. It's on Netflix streaming. You don't got Netflix? Guess what? Your brother's mother does, and you can get the password. I promise you that. So make sure you go and check this out, starring Hugh Jackman, starring Amanda Seyfried, whatever, Anne Hathaway, Russell Crowe, damn, I wrote it, Ed Redmayne, sorry. He's like,
Throw
anyway.
some Terrence Howard in there.
Yes, that's what I was trying to do, and I forgot I was going to slip. Dang, you killed it. I love that. But yes, also, dang, because I wrote the guy, I just got to pop it out real quick. I think his name is Tom Hooper. Is that his name? Don't make me out to be a liar. I wrote it down.
The director?
Tom Hooper, my guy. Let's go. Yes, so how do you pronounce this?
Pronounce it?
Yeah, the movie.
Les Miserables.
That's it? For real? Mm-hmm. Blub? Les Miserables?
Yeah, I don't think you pronounced the S.
Les Miserables 2012. Let's go. When was this originally created?
Originally, what did I say?
1987.
85.
Ooh, close.
85, based on the play by Victor Hugo, who was a French politician in 18. I forgot. I read it. 1840 something.
Okay.
So he was around for the revolution.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get into it more when we talk about the writing, script, and story.
Okay.
But
you're gonna give us an intro?
Yeah, sure. Intro. Well, we did the intro. The summary generalization of the movie is, gosh, I mean, how many different stories do we see in this movie? There's a bunch of different stories, but it follows the suffrage. I
like that word, suffrage.
of the French citizens during the revolution, the uprising, and really just seeing the lives, both tragic and joyous in this time. That's it. I think it's also considered a period film. So
I would assume so. I mean, they're literally. It feels like if they weren't in France, like it felt just like that. It felt like Atonement. It reminded me a lot of Atonement. But yeah. I don't want to give away too much about what I feel about the movie, but that is the intro, and let's jump right up into it, baby. Casting, acting, chemistry. Do you want me to start, or do you want to start?
I'm just going to say this because it needs to be said first.
Say it.
Hugh Jackman is a national treasure. He's not even a part of this nation.
I mean, Hugh Jackman, if I could make Hugh Jackman into a Horcrux, I would, and wear him as a hat.
Yes.
Yes. I would. He's incredible. I've never seen him miss. But there's one thing we have to talk about with him. How come Hugh Jackman is the only person who can do anything he wants in movies? How can you just go ahead? Oh, everyone else is typecasted, but Hugh Jackman, who plays Wolverine since I was a little freaking boy, can just up and do a musical and no one bats an eye? What is that about? What is it, because he's a badass in X-Men? And so it's like, oh my God, a badass also has a sensitive side, and he does musicals. Is that even a sensitive side? I don't know. Forgive me if I'm being...
I think it is.
Okay.
You definitely have to have a sensitive side to tap into that.
Okay, yeah. So it's like, is it that? Because there's other people who want to do... comedians who want to do serious stuff, and they're just like, nah, I can't see you doing that. But you can see Wolverine, who was murdered by a tree stump. You can see him play a slave, a mayor, singing, a freaking circus owner. What?
A father. You know? Oh my God, Prisoners.
He was a father in X-Men. Yeah, but that's dramatic.
No, I know, but I said,
you're right,
I
actually.
said father in Les Mis, but he was also a great father in Prisoners.
Oh, tremendous.
Oh my goodness. The range.
That's
the
what
range on him.
But like, while I love you, Hugh Jackman, but like, why? How come someone like him can do whatever they want? I'm just curious. What is that?
I mean, that's a big guy. Would you say no to him if he approached you?
If I was the person who had money, yeah. He wouldn't approach you. What do you mean? People have agents. That's cute, but like he doesn't approach people for movies. It's the other way around.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless he did, it was like, oh my god, I want that.
I will say though, like, he didn't need to be in The Greatest Showman. I don't think he needed to do that.
He didn't.
He definitely killed Jean Valjean. But
yeah, dang, thank you. I forgot his name. I was like, is Jean Valjean something? And then you said it, Valjean. Okay.
Yeah, he was for that role, I think.
There's no other 24601.
Exactly.
Yeah, zip code.
Exactly.
Go crazy.
Okay, so Hugh Jackman.
Yes. Anne Hathaway, Russell Crowe. Dude, Anne Hathaway, bro. Babe, it's so crazy though because you told me like she was like one of the top people who won. She won something, right? An Oscar, Grammy, Oscar.
I don't remember
Grammys
the
for
award.
music. Or what's the other one? Golden Globe. It's either Golden Globe or an Oscar. Excuse me. But I thought her role was gonna be so long. She was in the movie for like 25 minutes. 25 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
But man, she killed it. Like, dude, the moment that they stepped in and they're in, I don't even know what it was, but they were all like a bunch of seamstresses. So I didn't know what the business was. But first, she was like timid, meek in there, and then they like call her out about her child and everything. And then, dude, how swift. And then, that was another thing too. It's like when we were talking about the menu, want to get into like, there has to be hidden meanings too, obviously, right? It's like something like this. It also, to me, showed how quickly, two things, how quickly we can be up here and how quickly we can be down here as a people, as however you want to see it, because she was straight. Now she wasn't rich, but she was.
She had a job.
Yeah, and vice versa, because Hugh Jackman was a slave, and then like he was like, that's not my identity no more. I'm about to go out here and get it, and became like the mayor. It was like the man, rich, wanted nothing, like good, and when she's there, how quickly, one, that her life changed and she was out on her butt. She needed a certain amount of money to be sent to her daughter who was being taken care of. And so she had to resort to her hair first, right? The cutting of her hair. That actually happened if y'all didn't know and didn't see it. Go see it. Her tooth being removed, or teeth being removed, and then prostitution. And dude, that right there really hit me. But I think I'm not gonna try and fast forward, but when the little boy gets murked at towards the end, that's what like really got me. But it showed what we are willing to do when we're in survival mode. And anyone can say anything when they're in their comfort zone, when they're in an apartment that has 2 cell phones pointing at them and microphones and a light. This is just all extra stuff on top of us having a place to lay our heads. Anyone can say, I'd never do that until all of this is taken away, until that cup of coffee is like the best tasting thing you ever had in your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was really moved by the way they depicted that story on multiple accounts, because even Ed Redman, him being rich and choosing to be lowly for the sake of a better life for France. It's very, very moving.
Yeah. So Anne Hathaway, perfection, which is amazing because I was told that the girl who played Fantine on Broadway was just like 10 times better than Anne Hathaway.
Crazy.
Which is unbelievable to think.
That's where I noticed you were like you were crying there, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just her story was heartbreaking. Though I will say her, spoiler alert, her death was not the saddest. To me, I don't think her death was the saddest.
Nah, I would say Hughes was the saddest.
Really?
Yeah, just personally, just because of like, I don't know, he had been through a lot. It was like a beautiful death in a way.
Yeah.
You know, he was surrounded by people that he loved. I'm sorry, go. I'm not trying to jump ahead.
The only thing I wrote down for Anne was the part in her song "I Dreamed a Dream."
Mm-hmm.
I dreamed a dream. No, I think it was before that, where she goes
Ritz, go.
into the boat
Please be
with
careful.
the captain, and says like as she's singing, and she goes up an octave, and she's just like, "Don't they know they're making love to one already dead?" And
Yes,
I was just,
dude.
oh man, that just rips your heart out.
Yeah, that was effed.
I just got goosebumps just going back to that moment. Yeah, I think she blew it through the roof. She did amazing. And did you notice I Dreamed a Dream?
Hold on. No. Sorry, guys. Ritz, go into the room. Why are you coming here? Do you want to come up? Come on. Come here.
When she did I Dreamed a Dream, did you notice that was done in one take? The camera did not move at all.
I didn't notice.
It was on her the entire time. She acted through that whole song.
hey
She
guys.
hit every note through the whole take.
Bob, you got to chill, though. Ooh. Hey.
I love how it was like, I don't want him chewing on the bone in the room, but let's bring him into it.
It's not the bone. See, when you have someone who actually pays attention to what the child is doing the whole time, this man was about to grab Lammy and start swinging him left and right. That phone is not. That phone is not stable. The moment he hits that
it's
tripod,
leaning on it?
Yeah, the moment he hits that tripod, that phone is going down. So we're just gonna sit here and we're gonna be good, right? No, but I definitely. All right, you gotta chill, please. But no, I definitely feel you. Anne Hathaway, crazy. Let's talk
However,
about Russell Crowe.
thank you. Segue. However, on the other side of the coin, Russell Crowe, how? Amanda Seyfried, why?
Dude.
Why? I think they could have done better. Of all the actors, even Eddie, I was like, but he held his own.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he did great.
Yeah.
I thought he did impeccable. I feel that way about Amanda Seyfried. I didn't care for her chemistry with Eddie.
Yeah.
I didn't feel her chemistry for him, but I felt his for her.
Yeah.
I felt like he really, really loved her and was like, I have to find this woman. And then for Russell Crowe, it was more so his singing. I was like, why?
You and the whole world.
Yeah, I know. But his acting was still great. He just seemed like the perfect a-hole soldier.
I was
trying
going to
to
say, he is the perfect antagonist.
Just one-track mind. Like, I'm about to get Jean Valjean. Don't throw up. But yeah, singing was not it. We could have found someone else.
Yeah, and I don't know who else. But you know what's funny? The whole time I'm watching him, I'm like, I can't believe this is the same guy from Unhinged.
From Cinderella Man. Like, what?
And now the Pope's exorcism.
Dude,
Okay.
yeah.
Weird.
Again, Gladiator. Look at him trying to rest. He's trying so hard to relax. If you could feel the stress on his paws that are on my thighs.
I believe it.
Bubba, I just need you to go into the room and not play with Lamb Chop. Could you do that? Bub, could you do that? Thank you. I'm going to put you down. Ow,
careful.
Ow, I know. All right, Bubs. Go into the room. Be good. Make good choices. Shout out Sydney. That's what she always says. I loved the girl who played Eponine.
Samantha Barks.
I loved her little character.
Fantastic.
Just in love with, keep forgetting his name, Maine. Exactly what I said. But dude, she, again, I mean,
I believed their chemistry, and they weren't even like love interests.
well, she loved him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she loved him and he loved her like family. Like, so, man, dude, oh, gosh, I'm sorry. There's so many like little things that I just feel are so great. I don't want to not waste time, but I don't want to like dive too deep into it. I'm scared. Where is... Okay, we're still going. Cool. I didn't want to dive too deep into it, but go ahead, baby. Let's go into... Oh, we're kind of covering everything. There's more of a flow happening, so that's great. Let's jump into writing.
Oh my gosh. I mean, the story just, oh, excuse me, no, writing is always like the dialogue, right?
Yes.
Considering these were all songs, I thought the songs were so beautifully written. I mean, this one of my favorite things about musicals is how you can say something in a song.
I think what got me with this was that, like I told you before, they would be, I guess they're singing all the same song, but they're singing different things in different parts.
Mm-hmm.
But there were moments where I felt like if you were to put them, like whoever was singing first, second, third, that would make a sentence in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, whoa, what? You know what I'm saying? Like they're all singing their parts because it's actual dialogue, like they're speaking about what's going on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Look at, she's watching him so carefully. He's trying so hard to be gentle.
He is. He's being
But
really great.
You gotta chill though. You gotta sit. You just gotta sit. Oh man, guys, if this goes wrong, we love y'all. Y'all been great. This has been the FORREEL podcast. I'm your host, Monty, and this is Nicole, but we're gonna keep going. But yeah, I felt like that there were just parts when they were singing that just went so perfectly with each other. That one person was saying second, third.
Do you have an example that you're thinking of?
No, I would have to have wrote it down. But everything was just moving. But there was just a point. I think it was when he was trying to get Amanda Seyfried. It was right around there. Amanda, Samantha Barks, and Ed. They were all together and they were all singing at the same time. And I was like, wait, is this all like one sentence too? So I thought that was super interesting. I never heard anything like that. And I agree with what you said about how it's like, I guess, well written in that sense. The songs were beautiful. The fact that you could put so much emotion into just written word and then along with them having to sing it and act it, incredible. Like I just hold such a respect for musicals, especially since one of our good friends is big into musicals. Shout out Henley Solomon. But I think it's just that of like, you know, for me, just someone who's into regular movies, I just enjoy, and I make music, so like writing, I just like words, you know, they matter to me.
Yeah. One of my other favorites, I think Eponine is my favorite character.
Wow.
Yeah. Favorite character. Most tragic death.
Oh my God. Yes.
And it happens like that.
Yes.
It happens so fast and you're not ready to see it.
Okay. She's a close second for me with Hugh. Because Hugh is sad just because like we just loved him over the movie.
Yeah.
But definitely. Oh no, and the little boy, Gavroche or something.
I loved her song that she sang with Eddie.
Yes.
And in the chorus, I guess, when she bridges into "and rain will make the flowers grow," because it's raining as she's dying. So it's almost like time, like life still goes on. You know what I mean? Like
let it happen. This needs to happen.
Exactly. Like this isn't tragic. This is just
part of it.
It's a part of it. Beautifully said. And that's what I love about musicals is that they say so much in just a song. They know songwriters, and I've even heard it with you. Like it is just magic how you can say something in so little. So yeah, I don't know. Huge fan of the songs, of the music. Empty chairs and empty tables.
Dude.
Like, saying so much with just that, you
bro,
know?
That took me out, bro.
Really?
I swear. That right there. I didn't cry throughout the whole movie, but man, there were moments that were heavy, and that's one of the moments like, oh my God, bro. Because I just think about people that I've lost, you know, and it's just like, it's something that simple. Like for me, it was my uncle and it was Christmas, and I remember the year before we had Christmas, and he sat in one part of the couch. The next year he wasn't there. So it really shows like that they're not there. And I'm sure, like, not to be morbid, but like me and Nicole moving over here and us not being in our position that we were back home, I'm sure,
our
like
bedrooms,
yeah,
you know?
our bedrooms, or just like in the kitchen with our parents, like those little things on a car ride hit. They really, really hit. Oh my God. And when he sang and he was saying like, I'm sorry, my friends. I don't know. I don't have the answer to why you're dead and I'm alive. And I'm like, oh my God, bro. Like, because they were all down for the, well, most of them were down for the cause and ready to be like, yo, it's not about us right now. It's about there being a better tomorrow for France. You know, it's just like, this is going to be better for like someone else's child. And I'm like, wow, how honorable you know, to do something like that.
Yep. Even the very first time I watched it, not anymore. I think this was like my third or fourth time seeing the movie.
Oh dang! I thought this was your second. I'm cheap.
The first time I saw it, Cosette's song when she's little, and
oh yeah, you were telling me that's what was gonna make you cry the most.
Something on a cloud. What is it? Something.
Do you listen to these like on your own, like just the songs?
Mm-hmm.
Do they hit you when you're just hearing the song too?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I think she said it's like Castle on the Cloud or something like
Castle
that.
on the Cloud. I remember that.
And there's the one line that she says, there is a place that I know where no one cries. Crying at all is not allowed.
Yes.
Not on my castle on the cloud.
Yep.
And I like, oh, I'm getting goosebumps again. Like just that lyric on its own just tears my heart apart, because I just think of like children during the suffrage and being so innocent, not even understanding why is the world that I live in the way that it is.
Yeah.
So they conjure up this world in their head, and it's beautiful, it's perfect, and it's just as innocent as they are. And you know, she's got her little girl voice and everything, singing that with her rag doll. Just, I loved the songs.
Yeah, I thought they were great. It's so funny. I had like, this is gonna sound crazy because not like Holy Spirit, but I felt like almost had like a low-key religious experience, because to me it pointed to so much faith in this movie, so much faith-based things that really got me. Oh man, the beginning, Hugh Jackman is a slave because he stole a loaf of bread enough to, he said, just like a mouthful. That's what he said, a mouthful of bread. And then he is, you know, going around, he's homeless, whatever. A priest takes him in, takes care of him, and then in the middle of the night, he chooses to steal his, I guess, gold and silver, like, utensils and dishes and stuff like that. These people catch him. They said, this man said that you gave this to him, and he was like, I did give this to him. He's telling the truth. But I also, and then he said, why'd you leave so early? You forgot these things. And they were like 2 candle holders. And he gave it to him, and he said, with this stuff, I want you to become an honest man. And I was just like, the level of grace that was shown to this man, that's the grace that I be trying to tell my friends who aren't, you know, believers. I'm like, that's it right there. It doesn't make sense at all. You cannot comprehend it. You did someone so wrong. You are in the wrong. Someone did you wrong. So you think that this is the right way to do it. And then, but also, this is one of my favorite parts in here when it comes to the editing and the cameraman, when he is there, the back and forth between faith and doubt, when he's talking to the image of Jesus. And it's just like, what did I do to allow this man to be so kind to me? Or even like to get, I think he also said, like, on the flip side, to like get inside his head and to like make him think this way and all this stuff. And then at the very end of all that, when he's like, no, John Valjean will be someone else, and he rips up his papers. That too, he throws the papers up and the camera follows the papers. Nuts. But it just touched me so much because I know that back and forth, and I know that back and forth of just, it's like a spiritual thing. Like the inside of you is like trying so hard to accept this good thing, but the man of you is like, I don't deserve it at all. There's nothing that I can do. And then like the spiritual side is like, well, you're right. There's nothing you can do except accept this because it's a gift. And it's just like, it was beautiful. And Hugh just killed it. And the cameraman killed it. Dude, for an actor to welcome the camera so close and to not allow it to interfere with their work at all, and the cameraman to do his panning and the one shots that you're talking about, you got to move swiftly back and forth. Like, what? I mean, bravo. Just bravo. That whole scene to me is one of my favorite scenes from the whole movie. Yeah,
and there's another part where after Javert goes to see him when he's the mayor in the workhouse. And he tells him, like, you know, I think I've got you, or something like that he's been found or convicted of something, and he's scared, or no, not that he's scared, but that they found somebody else that they thought was the convict. And
Oh man, that too. Yeah.
He's having a back and forth dialogue with himself,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just like, I could let this man take the fall for me, and I'd
Yeah.
be clear. I'd be, and if nothing happens to me, then my workers still have work. You know, they
And then-
depend on me and things like that. But I gave my life to God,
Mm-hmm.
and He holds my soul, my fate, and
He's the one who gave me this good life.
exactly, like, if I said I was going to be an honest man, I have to be an honest man.
I love when he said, "How can I act like I don't know what this man has been through? Like basically that I wasn't a slave before."
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, "Oh man, bro, this is so good." Because now this ain't no like, forgive me, but just what they were doing in the beginning of the movie was insane. Also, DCAT shared with me because he said he saw this when it first came out, and he said that on set they made sure that there were actual like buckets of like fish heads cut open. A bunch of actors didn't brush their teeth so they could get into the method acting for this. So
I
yeah,
have
so
a
that it
comment
was
about that,
so
but
it was
okay.
funky.
Mm-hmm.
And then what else? Oh, and just seeing all the men who were slaves pulling this boat, bro. Pulling this boat, and then the rain and the ocean slapping them, like, and then the simple symbolism of Javert being up there looking down, and they're saying look down, like, you know, basically we're here, you know, and then them looking up, that's also symbolic, like, obviously they're above them, but also like someone in that position could be like, I'm the only God you know, essentially, because I'm the all powerful, I'm the Almighty. So I just felt like the movie had so much symbolism that I love stuff like that.
Yeah, and the songs helped with that too.
Oh,
You know, like
yeah.
if you paid close enough attention, you just see how the songs and the cameraman like just harmoniously work together. And then
What did you want to say about that with the fish heads?
oh, so the next one we have is costume and stage design, right? So I said that they really were committed to their costumes, because the hardest one for me to see is when Hugh takes Eddie into the sewer. And like, listen, even if they had to make up that sewer and all the gunk in there, whatever,
Bro.
he's still covered in some
Bro,
kind of mess.
He was indistinguishable from Hugh Jackson.
Yeah.
Jackman. What? Trent's your brother. No, but yeah, like, yo, like you said, he was the definition of covered. All you saw were his
Were the
eyes
whites of
and
his
his
eyes.
teeth.
Yeah.
And his teeth, bro. And his teeth were yellow. Well, no, not that point. They were in the beginning. But yo, it was crazy.
The commitment.
Yeah.
Even
And then to be singing.
Sasha, Helena,
Oh my God.
the way, you know, them being who they were, committing to that
Them
gritty,
throwing all that pigeon poop makeup too for when they went to the wedding. So funny.
yeah, just the commitment to, and even when we fast forward to France and you see all of the citizens like in the tunnel,
Yes.
you know, even for those
The
extras,
poor people.
yeah,
Yeah.
even for those extras to dress like that, singing, just the commitment.
I'm
I feel
sure
like,
there were times where like the director was like, we're gonna make sure that we actually go out in the cold, so you can like feel that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so you can get everything you're supposed to get. Another thing about this movie, man, dude, the color is impeccable.
I thought
on
the
every,
color was
you know,
perfect.
give me one of your favorite color moments in the movie, and I'm gonna give you mine. Let's see if it's the same.
Ooh,
Go. You're gonna be surprised about mine. I bet.
favorite. I think one of my favorites is actually Hugh at the very end when he's, you know,
About to pass.
yeah, exactly. He's dying. Every shot in this movie, even with Eddie and Amanda when they were together, everything just looked like a Renaissance painting.
Yes.
It was beautiful. Like,
Gorgeous.
I could have freeze framed any of the
And it could
frames,
have been framed actually.
and it could have been a beautiful painting.
Yeah.
Held up in a museum.
I agree. But are you ready for mine?
What?
When they introduce Fontaine.
Introduce. Oh, yeah.
Boog. It could have been just me. But I wrote it down. I just got to like double check because I don't want to say anything. But basically, what it was is that the fact that they were just in this spot, right? They're in Hugh's warehouse, factory, whatever, working. You know, it was gray, but it was still work. But the accentuation on the blue.
Yeah.
blue collar, working class. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And I
yeah,
was just
yeah.
like, again, maybe I'm overlooking it or overthinking it, but I was just like, dude, something so simple, but it was still like beautiful. It wasn't like ugly, you
Mhm.
know? So it's like almost like be grateful in a way that at least you have a job type thing.
Mhm.
Again, I feel like I can go a little overboard with that, but I just really loved it. I was like, dude, this is really cool. I mean, even if they didn't mean to and it was enough to make me think that, bravo. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to find every little thing out.
Yeah.
But another part that there was a lot of like grays. It gave me like Harry Potter. I was feeling like Harry Potter
Mhm.
with the grays, and then
Yep.
like the reds of like the flags. Even there was a moment when they have the barricade up, and you see there's like a gray or maybe it's blue and red coffin, and it was just like, dang, this is nuts. It's just beautiful. It just looks so great.
Yeah. And actually, this movie is definitely an exception to me for the amount of CGI. I usually hate so much CGI in a movie. I think it takes away the authenticity of it.
But I
But
think the stuff that they used it for was not bad. They used
yeah,
it for like the boat with water, I'm sure, and then like what else? The
the
paper.
expanded shots of
Oh yeah,
France,
them like
things
going,
like
yeah,
that.
zooming out.
Yeah.
But that, again, right? That's like architecture. How hard, you know? It's not
Mhm.
like it was a dragon, which I'm not trying to. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's when you add like a weird creature, and
Yeah.
it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
take it easy.
Yeah, no. I thought they were spot on with the costumes. They were spot on with the stage. It was everything that mattered was done correctly.
I agree. There was two things. The sound, the actual sound, I thought was phenomenal too. Like again, the roaring of the water. They're shooting muskets, swords, knives, like all these small, minute things that you think don't matter. But it's like, put the movie on mute. You know what I'm saying? Put a movie
Mhm.
on mute, and then like put the music on out of nowhere, and you
Mhm.
see like, wow, let it blow your mind. I'm a true believer that you should watch the movie pretty loud, um, especially if it's something like this that has so much action. You definitely should. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I loved it so much. I really don't have anything else to talk about there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and rave on the movie itself.
I have one more thing to say.
Kill it.
Um, as far as editing goes, did you notice that all of the camera shots looked like it was probably like the camera was on somebody's body or somebody was at least holding it, which I thought made it just very organic, like you were there because you felt the movement. You were almost like as frantic as they were.
I felt that for Eponine.
Okay.
I felt that for her. The part that I told you, where she's literally saying a lyric that's the floors are wet and they're shining like silver. The cameraman is on her body, but it's panning down enough where you can see the floor clearly. And then she says something right after about the light, and then they pan top left, so it's like her stomach to like it's like looking from, if I'm looking at a person, it's like focusing more on her left side, yeah, but you're getting like the top part so you can see the light. So I was like, man, this is really nice, but I didn't notice it how you said, at least not through the whole movie. Like I didn't see it when I was watching it, but that's crazy.
Yeah, like the shakiness of the camera. I was like, it's like I'm there. I'm watching you,
Yeah.
and I'm just as frantic as him,
I
trying to
felt that
figure
for like
everything out.
I felt that when the revolution was definitely going on. I was like, dude, this is freaking nutty. The little boy, I don't even know what he was doing. What was he grabbing? Ammunition? What was that? It?
Yeah, I think he was trying to just grab more either ammo or something to bring back to the other side of the barricade.
I'm sure they like put that the way that they did with the little boy. It was like at the end of the day, it's like it's either you or them. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
because to see a little kid get killed, bro, was like, what the freak? And they shot him twice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they shot him once, and maybe they were like, you know, just a warning shot for the little boy. But the little boy was a little soldier, and they took that man's down after. I was like, yo, no way.
I love that you said you loved his accent.
Oh, I love his accent, bro. I love when he was on the back bumper of the car just singing. It was cute, man. It was really good. I liked it a lot. Just to think that kid's salary is way more than mine is crazy. But no, it was incredible, bro. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Again, my only gripe is just the regular dialogue, like the lack thereof. But like you said, the songs were tremendous. I mean, if you were, which I know you will, because I'm sure I've heard them while you're cooking or something. But if I were to just hear it, I would like to definitely hear it again, like just to hear it. I dude, if that movie was just a movie too, it would be nuts. It was just an incredible
the story,
movie.
right?
Oh,
The story alone is just like.
we didn't even get to the part with Hugh. Like we just tapped on that, but dude, when he passes away.
I was actually just about to bring that up.
Oh.
Like how, I don't know if you got goosebumps. I remember you said you felt the heaviness of it, like when Fontaine shows up, you know, and it's almost, that's his vision, like when she had a vision of Cassette before she died. So now he's seeing Fontaine, like, you got to know the moment's coming.
It's time.
But
and he was there when he saw her see her.
When she sings for a bit, and then he has some words with Amanda and Eddie, and then when she comes back in and she does the take my hand, I'm like, oh my god. And then Amanda and Eddie start crying together.
Yeah.
Saddest thing ever. Oh shoot, I think
it's coming out.
It's stirring something up. Yeah. Dude, go ahead.
It was just the whole movie. You're following this man. You're seeing him first as a slave. His hair is cut patchy like Kanye West. All right, that's where it starts. Ritz is doing something crazy. It starts off there. Then he does the thing where I said where he steals from the priest, but then he says, you know what, I'm going to change my life. He becomes an honest man, but still he's an honest man with his papers ripped. So they said he's been on the run. Essentially, he's on the lam. And now he's this mayor, and they think they found the real, person that... Anyway, they found him, but they didn't. And then so he's like, you know what, I'm going to give myself up. But also, he's talking to Javert, let me go find this little girl. Like, this is the last thing that I need to do, and I promise you I'll be here. Javert's not having it, but he's like, all odds are against this man the whole entire movie, his whole life. It's over the course, I think, of almost like 20 years or something like that, because it was like 8 years, 9 years, 8 years or something. And from slave to mayor to then trying to save this little girl to then raising her still on the run, and that they can't have anyone over, it has to be on the low because of his past life, to then him actually saving... I feel like he saves him another time before. I don't know. When he
saves Eddie?
No, but yeah, that was great too when he saved Eddie. That was impeccable. Ritz, chill. When he saves Javert at the French Revolution.
Oh, yep.
And then he acts like he shoots him, which is funny because Eddie's voice seems like he knows that he didn't shoot him.
It did look like that.
Yeah, like he kind of knew. And then was it then? Oh yeah, it was then where he was like, you want something, you want a favor. He's like, no, you're fine. Like, you're forgiven. Like, I don't need anything from you.
You've just been doing your job.
Yeah, you just been doing your job. Exactly. Like, all odds against this man the whole movie. And then also him realizing that Eddie's going to take his place, like, that he's been taking care of this girl that he loves so much. The only thing that actually gave him real life or showed him how to love is what he said, truly. And I was like, man, dude. And then he finally goes a free man with all the people that he loves in the place where he was saved, right? In the church. Like, they're in that church. And then he just dies and then goes with Fontaine, and it's, oh man, it's just so...
The truth will set you free.
Yeah, bro. It just,
every time it did.
It really blew me away, and I just loved it. It was sad, obviously, because I think about death a lot. But it was just something beautiful to see someone who had battled with life, essentially, and came out on top, and had people around him that loved him, and went peacefully, So it was just like, I don't know, there was like a peace. It was sad, but there was like a peace to know, basically do the right thing. That's a, blanket statement, but you know what I mean, people who are believers. And I loved it. I just really, really loved it.
And I loved, because, I mean, the ending is so sad, right, when he dies, but then he crosses over to, I don't want to call it heaven, but, where everybody else who's died in the movie is.
And again, vibrance. That it has that look again.
Lots of vibrance, so
said.
much, yeah. And even that, like, they're still at, like, an enlarged barricade.
Yep.
but it's so beautiful.
It is.
And it almost like...
And then the song, they're still singing the song. That's what I love.
When it shoots over to freaking Fontaine and she's singing the song, because she wasn't around for any of this.
None of it, yeah.
So, like, to see her joining in the song.
She didn't miss it, yeah.
Oh, my God. Anne Hathaway, what are you doing to me?
Princess
was just
Diaries.
so... Yeah, I know, right?
Who would have thought?
Acted across Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
Julie Andrews. And now she is Fontaine in Les Mis.
Yeah, she was on her way, man. She was like, what? On her way? She's there. What do you mean? She is there.
Well, just because, like, I feel like she still has, like, growing up. She's not a Julie Andrews or
I don't even
Meryl
think
she's yet.
Is she even 40 yet?
She might be.
That'd be crazy. I don't think so. I'm going to bet that she's 38, 39.
Okay.
But, yeah, man. I really enjoyed it, Boog. That's everything that I have to say about the movie. I want to say thank you for putting me on, and thank you for the patience, because I know we didn't watch it all in one sitting yesterday, but we watched it. I finished it, and I'm glad I saw it.
I'm glad too.
Glad it's on my res. Are you ready to grade this thing?
I am.
Hit it up.
I gave it a...
Oh, hold on. You got to go through the thing.
Oh.
You got to let them know.
Sorry.
You know how to go.
Oh, I put it on the phone.
Okay, that's all right. I'll do mine first, and then you can go. So I gave my casting 5, acting 4.5, chemistry 4.5, writing 5, pace 3, believability 5, color 5, edit 5, sound 5, and costume and stage 5. I didn't grade it yet, so go ahead. I need to find a calculator.
So on the other end of that, I did not write down each individual score, but I remember what I put. And I gave the movie a 4.8.
Let's go.
And let me tell you something. You're only as strong as your weakest link. And you know why I got a 4.8?
Yes. Go. Tell me.
Because of Russell Crowe.
Wow.
Russell Crowe is the reason why it didn't get 5 stars.
There is I feel that 110%. But now that's where mine comes into play with Amanda Seyfried. Yep. Hold on. I'm trying to do this.
If any of you have seen, and I know, don't give me ish about it, but if you've seen Sweeney Todd, Demon Barber of Fleet Street, with Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter, the girl who plays...
4.7.
Okay.
4.7. Let's go.
Dang, I can't remember her name. But the blonde in Sweeney Todd. You know, the one who's
Bellatrix
locked up.
Lestrange.
No.
Oh, what? Sorry.
The one who's locked up. I'm like hearing the song in my head, but her name isn't coming up. But anyway, she could have been Cassette. She could have. Don't argue with me about it. Go see Sweeney Todd, though.
Go see Sweeney Todd, and also, guys, go on Netflix and watch Les Miserables. Yeah, 2012 version on Netflix right now. She gave it a 4.8. I gave it a 4.7. Also, if you want this t-shirt, if you want that hoodie that drops tomorrow, use promo code FORREEL. That's 4REEL.
What's 4?
What do you mean, what's 4?
It's the number 4.
Oh, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought I went like this.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Ah, yeah. So
if you did, I didn't see it.
How about you clean those glasses?
We'll hit replay and see if you did, because I don't think you did it.
I love you. And you're a liar. Oh, yeah. Just like our first episode when you thought that I said, or you said Gatorade and it was actually ginger ale or something like that. And our people stuck up for me. That's what I'm talking about. But anyway, beyond that, go on to the website, offbrand.company, and go get you this piece. If not, do me a favor and just run this up. That's all I want. I really like this episode. I'm really grateful that we did this. We did this correctly. We did this efficiently. And I am proud of this episode. And we got... What's next, babe? We got Marley and Me, and we got one more.
You just
said it. I know.
You just said it.
Is it a movie?
Yes.
Is it on Netflix?
I feel like it was like a woman lead movie.
I wanna dance with somebody.
Yes.
Whitney Houston movie also on Netflix, guys. Go tap into that. Guys, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. This is the FORREEL Podcast. I'm your host, Monty.
One more day. And Nicole.
24601.
Do you hear the people sing?